Hello, welcome back to Crypto Mischief and welcome to the Roundup. This is my weekly crypto update video just about what I've been into, what's been happening in the news this week in crypto, these sort of things. Personally, in my life, in my news, had a little bit of a fuck up where I have a Mac M1, got it this year actually, and it just came up. Do you want to update the Mac? I pressed yes to update and it crashed, and I don't know, the update just didn't continue. I didn't touch it. I took it to the shop. I looked at it for a while and said, sorry, it's bricked. Totally dead. So I have to see if I can recover it. So I ordered a hard drive. That'll come soon. If not, then yeah, all the information in there is completely gone, which they said there's a 80% chance that that's going to be the case. Just from clicking update on the normal, updating El Capitan or whatever the fuck it's called. Not very nice. Thankfully, I do keep a book with all my seed phrases in there. But there has been one casualty, it seems, of this these two axes here. I opened a Ronin wallet just about the same time that this all happened. I was transferring these over to it, and the seed phrase was still on the desktop. And about an hour later, I don't know why I pressed update. I just did. I usually do it, and the thing crashed. And so now these, even though I can sign into, I can sign into the Axie Marketplace with my email address, but I don't have the seed phrase for the Ronin wallet. So that means I can see them, but for some reason I cannot change them or move them into another wallet. I tried opening another wallet, but I can't link them. So I don't know, maybe these Axies are just going to be stuck here forever, and I'll just get to see the price of them moon continuously over the years until they're worth $1 million each, and I still can't sell them, and they'll just be bullying me for my entire life. Who knows? If anyone knows how to fix this, please write in the comments. But I think they are gone. But that is not today's video. Always a reminder, always write down your seed phrases, even if it's just a little thing like 2 axes and you think it's not very important. Always write it down, because when you do lose something, it's a horrible feeling. It's a terrible feeling. As always with Roundup, we start quickly with drip. I did already do the airdrop. This week's airdrop was for anyone with 100 or more drip in the faucet. As you can see, our team is now up to 117 players. We have 848 drip now in the deposits, just under $20,000. And I sent 30 drip, which is today's price. I think drip's about $22. Well, $660 sent down to you guys. Enjoy that drip. Finally, I was just curious, so now we have total with this team, we've sent 200 drip, which means I have given you guys $4,400 so far on this drip journey. My god, hope you enjoy that money, and I hope that your team and your account is growing just like my one is, and we are going to get that financial freedom from this amazing dApp. If you don't know anything about it, check just above my head. Oh, my head's not here, but just check above, you can find out all about this platform. But we're not talking about that today. And we're not talking about DeFi gaming, NFT gaming. You know why we're not talking about that? Because I'm sick of it. I'm sick. I've had enough. You know why? Logan Paul. Logan Paul reveals he's starting his own crypto project, Crypto Zoo. That's right. Logan Paul, our favorite crypto scammer, has now just decided that he is going to get involved in the NFT Binance Smart Chain crypto game space, which is already way over diluted with scams and pump and dumps, and he's just adding another pump and dump to this, as you can see. So Logan Paul and his army of scammers announced this on the 21st of August and continued to pump their own bags to a, what's that? Hitting basically up a 5x on what they have been doing, and then the price has been kind of stabilizing since then. The last thing we need is Logan Paul making another farm that doesn't have any use case. What do you do for this one? You buy an egg, you hatch an animal, then you fight with the animal. Amazing, groundbreaking. We haven't seen this before, ever, in the space. The animals and designs for his farm are laughably bad, and he clearly has not spent much time developing this. It's just been quickly decided because that is now what's hot. They're going to pump this, then they are going to dump it, and we know that. We know that for sure. If you want to find out, go to CoinGecko today. It's Binamon. Binamon is now the one that everyone's talking about for these play to earn games. Binamon has pumped ridiculously. I was looking for a dip in this, but it's not coming. I mean, very nice for anyone who got into that A couple friends of mine were talking about this and they did buy in. I did not. Now, I kind of wish I did because I would have been selling right now. But, you know, it looks like a more substantial game with an actual plan. To get in right now, you have to buy a booster pack. The booster pack's going to cost you over $1,000 to get 3 of the pets. I think that's the way it works. So similar to Axie Infinity, you need about $1,000 to get into this game to play to earn. So not for the light-hearted, I guess you would say. I'm waiting. This will break down. It cannot continue like this. Anything that pumps like this will break down, so I'm waiting for my entry. Then I might play with it around later, but this week I'm just sick of this shit, so I'm not doing any of it. Done. So we're not talking about that today. Today we're talking about MATIC and AVAX, and how to move from MATIC to AVAX, because I'm pretty sure you've noticed that there's a lot of hype around AVAX at the moment. Because AVAX has launched an 180 million DeFi incentive scheme with Aave, Curve, and another lending platform which is native to the Avalanche blockchain called Benchi. They're all getting this kind of incentive, just like how before, if you watched my videos before about MATIC and you could use Aave and get paid in MATIC, you're going to be able to do the same thing here. Just like we're doing on Phantom by using Scream and finance for lending and getting paid in Scream, you can now do this over here. I'm still over on MATIC with Aave, and I'm not moving my funds out because I see the potential of holding MATIC token. So I'm not removing my funds from there. But I am moving some other funds from MATIC, which have just been kind of stagnating there and not really earning any life-changing gains. So I'm going to try and move them over to AVAX and see what can go on there. I already moved to AVAX. Must have been 4 or 5 months ago, actually, where I did a short video about getting onto Spore Finance and playing around on Pangolin. So I'm already set up there with a little bit for the paying the gas and whatever, because that's the problem you might come across if you use this method. To do this, you're going to have to buy AVAX on some kind of exchange. I use Gate.io, link in the description for that, and then move it into the AVAX blockchain using their bridge. So what we need to use for this to get from MATIC to AVAX is this, Elk, app.elk.finance. You can buy Elk token, then bridge it over to the Avalanche ecosystem, and then turn that Elk token back into whatever token you need. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'll move myself away from the Avalanche C chain. We need to go into MATIC for now. When I bought Avalanche, I bought it on Gate.io, and I sent it over to the Avalanche wallet. It's a separate wallet system. It's kind of confusing. I really suggest you research into it. I did it 6 months ago, and to be honest, I can barely remember how I did it. And I really don't want to have to do it again. It wasn't enjoyable. Hopefully they've already changed this and it's a much more seamless swap system they have. So yeah, I'm in MATIC and I want to go to Elk. We need to buy our Elk token. So we'll take some DAI. We'll take some ETH. Little bit of this, little bit of that. Of course, on the days when you decide to move things out of Polygon, it decides to be laggy as hell. We'll see how AVAX goes, you know. It might just be another, you know, I wouldn't, you know, MATIC wasn't pump and dump or anything, but the excitement was high, and then it is now not so high. So let's see, you know, let's see what happens. I'll hold the MATIC anyway. Okay, so from there we go to ElkNet, this just up here at the top. ElkNet is a cross-chain bridge where you can only send Elk. Please send only one transfer at a time. Only supports Elk. Only supports transfers to your own address. Maximum Elk are 2,000 Elks per transfer, and the minimum is 2 minutes between transfers. So I'm going to have to wait for that final transaction of Elk to get into my balance because, you know, MATIC. Slow. Okay, so as you can see, we can go between Avalanche, Phantom, Huobi, XDAI, and Binance. We're going to Avalanche. Swap 1 Elk for gas. Interesting. Sure. Oh, while we're doing this, I might as well tell you about our new giveaway I'll be doing. I was going to do it yesterday, but it's with YSL, which is going to be an auto compound kind of farm. Let's transfer that over on the Binance Smart Chain. And they are working with me. We're going to do a giveaway for $1,000. There'll be 10 winners of this $1,000 prize, so roughly around $100 each for 10 people. The giveaway will be announced just as soon as they get launched onto 1inch with the YSL token, which I believe is going to be today or tomorrow. So the video will be up in a few days, and then I will show you how to enter. It's going to be different to my usual giveaways because it won't be in the YouTube's comments. They've made their own sign up thing. Basically, you need to help them shill the platform to get into the prize draw. The more you share, the bigger chance you have of winning the prize. And it's only through my name and my YouTube for this, so it's not through their platform. So it means that actually to be of 10 people, and say I only have 6,000 subs, how many people are going to see the actual video? So you might be able to actually get a pretty high chance of winning this one, which is nice to see. Okay, we are transferring over. Oh yeah, something's pending. God, why, like, MATIC's supposed to be so fast. Why is it so slow? And the elk has vanished, so it's on the way. We will change over to Avalanche mainnet C chain and wait for our funds to arrive. And they've arrived. Look at that. So actually the transfer took ages on MATIC to pending to actually go through, but when I actually went through, it arrived very quickly. First things first, I want to turn it into a little bit of AVAX because I'm going to need AVAX for transactions and whatnot. So we'll take 5 AVAX. Look at that, already much faster. So yeah, we'll take 5 AVAX first. This will be more than enough to pay for the gas and everything for these upcoming transactions. Edit should be set to 225 Gwei. It is 225 Gwei, so we're good. Confirm that and then get our AVAX. Now let's have a look at some places where we can grab, where we can put our funds to make some money. So let's pop to here, avaxprojects.com. We can see 256 projects in 11 months rapidly growing on AVAX. A couple that I want to check out. The first one I'd like to check is called Trader Joe, this one here. So I'll link these in the description. So this is a one-stop decentralized trading on Avalanche. So it's another trading dex with a farm. You can trade, you can pool, you can stake, and you can lend very soon as well, which is going to be very interesting. So I want to have a look at their farms and let's see what we can make here. I'm currently only farming in the reward section of pangolin, which has been okay, to be honest. I've made some pangolin, which is always, you know, it seems like the price of pangolin goes up with the price of AVAX. So I did pair them in liquidity together. So I'll keep that liquidity for now. Okay, and we'll see anything that is interesting that we would like to farm with. For any good APRs, ETH and Tether for 142% APR is quite good. Spore, we have some Spore. So unfortunately, it looks like we're a bit too late on buying. We're about a week late on buying up some Joe token because it's already gone from 6 cents up to 64 cents in the space of 1 week. And I'm not interested in buying pump, so I will farm it. So I'd be interested maybe in farming Joe, but in terms of buying up Joe at the moment, I'd rather wait for something to go down. There was a nice entry there at, what would that be, 35 cents. That's an okay entry, but now we're double that, up to 65 cents, so I'm not going to go for that at the moment. Now of course we have the other one we were talking about before, which is the lending platform, Benchi. So Benchi, algorithmic liquidity market protocol on Avalanche. So how does this work? We can take different funds, we can supply USDT, wrap Bitcoin, wrap ETH, DAI, or AVAX. Supply them as collateral and get paid for doing that, and then borrow back and get paid for doing that. That's just how it works, exactly like it was working on Aave, basically, is how I understand this. We have down here rewards. Earn Chi, Benchi's governance token, by using the protocol and or depositing your pangolin DEX liquidity provider pangolin tokens into here. Let's have a look at the rates. If I supply AVAX, can use 40% of it as collateral, deposit APY. So that's my projected return is 1.51%, and my rewards are 9%. So total of 10% if I put AVAX in. We take 75% of our AVAX and we grab that and put it into here. If I want to use this as collateral, I need to turn that on and then I can borrow. At the moment I'm not looking to borrow anything, I'm just looking to put it in here for these rewards down here. Okay, at the moment, that's what I'm interested in. Right, and let's have a look at this. So I'm gonna go second one. I'm just gonna go into Trader Joe, and we're gonna try out something with high APY. Let's go with wrapped ETH and wrapped AVAX. Okay, so we need to take about half of this, 249 divided by 225. So 125 of this elk into ETH. And we'll take the other half into AVAX. Wrapped AVAX. Like I said, there are quite a lot of transactions that must be done while we're doing all this. That's why, if you're wary of, I wouldn't suggest going into here. You need, like I said, I sent, what was that, about $700? Probably just enough to get away with all this. But if you want gains immediately, you're gonna have to put in a lot more money. Okay, then we find our pool and we go in. Approve that too. One last transaction. Finally. Okay, so that's us in now to Trader Joe's farm. We're now mining this Joe token. I'll be planning to sell the Joe token back into these pairs and continue to compound. Going back over to Benchi, I will then, let's turn on this collateral. Have to be very careful using AVAX as collateral, because if there is a dump in the market, that will mean that your collateral is all in the token that is dumping, mean that the chance of you liquidating yourself is extremely high. That's why generally I only go in with stables, but I'm pretty bullish and I want to see what happens. At a later date, once I supply more AVAX, I will be able to borrow out. At the moment, you know, for example, I can only borrow out 1.5 1.18 AVAX at the moment, which is, it's not worth borrowing, to be honest. It's not worth the gas fee of 0.03, 0.04. So not at the moment. It's not worth borrowing. Need to get more in here. I'll start to move more in very slowly, but I just wanted to show you how this works, you know. So we go over to the overview. There's 1 billion supplied. There's 300 million borrowed. Some good APY is actually for Link, and Tether is also quite high, but I want to ride the pump. That's what I want to do with AVAX. What I will do now is I will claim some of my pangolin and I will throw it in here. So there we have it. We have Avalanche, we have pangolin, we have elk, Dex, and we have Trader Joe and Benchi. And that's what we're working on today with the AVAX space. Okay, thanks very much for watching the roundup. I thought I'd just show you this today because it's kind of interesting here. More videos next week once my computer comes back from the shop. And take care of yourself. Don't get wrecked.